A month or two from now, the chilly hand of winter will certainly seize upon the Midwest, but for now, it's a great afternoon for football at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow, I'm on 80. Watch it, red. Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it into Watkins, and it's 2nd down.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
Let's go, let's go.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And now a throw on 1st down there. But it's incomplete. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Watson's pass intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Emmanuel Agba able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
53, Mike. Focus, defense, focus. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. He's tired of me. 53's Mike.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go. Let's do it.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a man who really came on late last year. It's Damian Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Caught left side, Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs, 1st down.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10.
And later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with the powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 57 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Buying time to his left. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Williams loses the football, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the 16, Watson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. I'll guarantee you Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Easy. Mike 37. Here we go. Chopper.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punt...
It got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, 46 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Anthony Hitchens, 2nd in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's letting this one go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Son. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. He runs. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Alert. Double. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Go. Okay, just like that. Check. 50.
Out of the gun, Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And 31. He don't know no better. Ball try.
Throwing again is Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Come on now, let's go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Back to throw, Watson. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Flushed out right. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, here's Miller. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on third, Watson. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 24.
From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They go option right on second and goal. They'll go with Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 22. On play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Hey, Sunday.
Here we go, 37.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Butker on for the PAT. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Who got this? The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Kiki QT. 30 yards, and the Texans will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. We're back now in KC. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to go back to Watkins, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. Play action from Miller. Now Watson is going to fire one deep. Middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. They go play fake. Mahomes.
And there's a completion to the tight end.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Mike 55, Mike Charlie. Eat.
Mahomes now to throw. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Yellow, I go blue lane.
Nice, sweetheart. Come on, fellas.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
There we go, 37, 43. I'm coming for you, son.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Normally sure-handed Sammy Watkins had it and lost it. And now it's 2nd down.
55. Bandit.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Tyreek Hill. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, every day. Let's go.
Throwing now, Watson steps away to his left. Caught left side, Hopkins. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive